Welcome back. Well, once again, on a Monday, there is a sense of outrage and pain after a series of incidents involving taverns. Over the last 2 weeks, we've been trying to understand the loss of the 21 young people who passed away in that tavern in Scenery Park in East London. This afternoon, it's the 15 people shot dead by armed men in the Nomzamo informal settlement in Orlando East and Soweto. Another group of people also shot dead at a tavern in Katlehong, and yet more people killed in the same way through gunshots in Pietermartizburg in Kwazulu-Natal. You've seen what the police minister has to say, other important parts of our society to hear from as well. Fanny Mokoena is the president of the Gauteng Liquor Forum. Ma'am, good afternoon to you and thank you for your time. What's your reaction to what's happened over the weekend?
Good afternoon, Stephen. Firstly, I would like to send our sincere condolences to the families of the bereaved families. It has been very sad to lose that amount of people in our outlets.
Do you have any idea why this has happened? I mean, in Orlando East, a group of people, clearly organized, go and I think it was a quantum, they're armed, they pull up, and they just start shooting. Can you think why anyone would want to do that?
I wouldn't know why, but it's not the first incident. If I may just go back to tell you, the first incident happened in 2019, where one of our members in Flakfontein, people came in and started shooting, and 5 people died in that outlet. That was in 2019. And then in 2020, it happened in Freedom Park. And then in 2021, it happened again in Freedom Park. And now this one. And all those cases, we haven't had anything, nothing from the police. The last time we had it when the cases were reported, and then from there we didn't hear anything. It's very concerning.
Has there been any kind of increase in attacks on taverns in other ways? I mean, have there been more robberies or thefts on taverns coming out of the pandemic?
There has been robberies because even this weekend, on Saturday, one of our members was robbed and killed. It's a tavern owner in Kliptown as well. Robbed and killed this very Saturday. So it has been happening. It's been going on and on and on and on. And we're getting very worried. We don't know what's going on, but something needs to be done.
What can be done?
We are getting together as associations, and we would like to engage the police so that we can sit together. Normally, we do our meetings at police stations, so we're working hand in hand with the police. But now maybe we needed to have some special meeting where we will sit and say, to look at this thing as to why is it happening, who is behind it, and because now everybody is just sitting, we're not knowing who is the next victim, because now these places are like now victims. How do you run a business in a place where you're sitting there and waiting for your patrons to be shot for nothing while they didn't do anything? They're just sitting there enjoying themselves. And everybody of these people, they were, on time. There's nobody that we can say they were trading after trading hours. So it is very concerning. We are very concerned.
In Katlehong, we've seen this kind of attack quite recently coming out of the pandemic, and it's been about a protection racket, we think. We don't know, but it looks like it's a protection racket. You know what I mean? People who go and demand money from businesses, otherwise they attack them. Could that be happening? And I say this because taverns are a place that make money, so there would be a place that people might want to attack.
These incidents, all of them, the ones that I've counted here, nobody demanded money. They just came in and randomly shooting people and killing people. None of this, except for the one that happened on Saturday in Kliptown, where one taverner was robbed and killed. The rest, there was no money demanding. It was just killing.
As I understand it, the police minister has said the Amabareta, the police tactical unit, will now be deployed to Soweto. Is that the right move, do you think?
I think so, yes. And I think it is correct for because we need to see more police visibility. Maybe that will help, because over the weekend there isn't police visibility. Even the all the police stations, they have got a liquor officer. And those liquor officers, they work Monday to Friday. They don't work over the weekends. So there has been a lack of police visibility. Because if the police are being, we told, this is your liquor officer, you should be able to get hold of them over the weekends, because this is when we do business. This is when we have more people coming into our outlets. But at that time, the liquor officers are off duty. You can't get hold of them. So that also is very concerning. It's worrying.
That's amazing. So police stations will have liquor officers, and they're not there on the 2 days they're needed the most.
Yes, they're not there over the weekends. They work Monday to Friday. And yet they are liquor officers. And yet the liquor, during the week, the people that are buying liquor are less because people are going to work. And then over the weekends, when people are relaxed, they want to go and sit at the taverns, they want to relax. And that's when you get problems. Sometimes you need a liquor officer so that you can report, because our motto is that we should report things that happens in the tavern as liquor traders. That's why we say we're working hand in hand with the police. It is us, the liquor traders, that must report whatever incidents that are happening. But now when you want to do that, you want to report the incidents, the liquor officer is off duty.
Ms. Mokoena, can you talk me through what kind of security you would expect a tavern to have? I mean, I would think maybe there's someone at the entrance, maybe not, or maybe there's some sort of security presence. What kind of security do you think a tavern should have?
The taverns, they have guards, like security people at the gates. When you get into the tavern, you should be searched to see that you're not getting into a tavern with a dangerous weapon. And they also have inside the CCTVs where you could see, even after the incident had happened, you could rewind and see what happened at what time. They do have that kind of security. So, but, with that security, even if the security, a man or bouncer is standing at the gate, and here comes the quantum full of men carrying guns and just shooting randomly, there's obviously the security, there's nothing they can do.
It seems that if no one does anything, if the police don't sort them, if the police don't do what they can do, what's likely to happen is that taverns in Gauteng and other provinces will arrange their own security on a much bigger scale. They will get their own armed men to protect themselves.
Of course.
And now what happens then? Now we have vigilantism. Now we have armed groups of men attacking each other.
Yes, then if the police are not doing anything with that, we need to have our own security. And that will mean taking the law into our own hands, which is not what we want to do. But it seems like we are left with no choice. Because as I'm saying, we've got cases ranging from 2019. And nothing has happened. Nothing has happened. Even this morning I called Walter and said, Walter, by the way, when was you are shooting? And then he said, it was 2019 October. What happened? Have you had anything from the police? No, he hasn't had anything from the police. It was even worse with Walter because 5 people were killed. One of the 5 people was his brother. And then after the killing, the police confiscated his liquor. I don't know what was the reason for that. They took about 200,000 worth of stock from him, and up to today, he didn't get his liquor back.
Sure. Fanny Mokoena, thank you, ma'am. President of Gauteng Liquor Forum. Just their reaction, of course. It's an important consideration now. If the police don't act, you can expect that people will act to protect their own interests. It's just human nature.